Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 5 of Pokemon Fun Talk. And in this episode, I'm joined by a very special guest, Sir Lancealot.
How's it going?
He has been one of my very first subscribers, and you may recognize his name from all the Where in the World videos he suggested, which I thank you for.
Yeah, man, really loving that series. I've liked and commented on almost every video from the series, and it's really what got me engaged into your content.
Thank you. I'm just a little sad I had to let that go for a little bit because of all this Pokemon news, but I'm sure it'll come back eventually.
Who could blame you?
And I don't want to let people realize that they're not really Pokemon videos, they're more educational than anything.
Yeah, and that's definitely the reason why I appreciate it because yeah, it's making me kind of like fantasize in a way, but at the same time, I'm learning about places that I've either heard little about or nothing about at all, or maybe have never even heard of. So,
That was my
um,
goal with that series.
exactly. And I thank you for that because it's taught me a lot.
And I thank you for the suggestions. They were fun suggestions, the ones you dropped down in the comments below.
Anything I can do to help.
So, you are already a YouTuber. You run a awesome podcast. But you said to me that you wanted to get into Pokemon YouTubing, right?
Yeah, it's kind of something I've been flirting with for a little bit, in my head at least, because the more and more I watch, the PokeTubers, and the more I run my podcast, the more I think maybe I could just kind of take those two loves and put them together into something that I could be good at. I maybe not, but it's definitely worth a try.
Right, right. Pokemon's always a fun thing to talk about on YouTube, and we have the Pokemon community is very accepting of new people with this kind of stuff.
It's not quite as toxic as some other communities, so that's definitely a huge plus. So
Exactly.
it makes me a little bit more comfortable about doing that kind of stuff.
Exactly. They'll welcome you with open arms like they welcome me.
Absolutely.
So, what other form of content do you make?
Well, the podcast that I'm running with my friend currently is all music. So we've touched on a lot of different artists over the past 3 episodes that we've done. Only 2 are published right now, but we have the third one done, and we'll have that out soon. Um, but we're really trying to touch base on a lot of music that's inspired us and just sharing our opinions on maybe some news about music, and uh, we have different topics for different artists per episode, or maybe a different genre per episode, so we'll tackle that. And we really try to touch base on a lot of different genres, so anything from hard rock and heavy metal to pop and jazz and alternative, etc., etc.
And I can vouch for this channel. They make really good videos. The podcast is something I did watch and I will continue to watch as they're produced. The music you play in it, it's really good.
Believe me, I don't sound this tired during the podcast. It is 12:30 EST, and I'm taking my some time to do this for you, Phoenix, and um, really help out with the channel, and like you said, help me kind of dip my toes in the water in this.
Right. And I apologize that we have to record this so late.
Hey man, I'm a night owl anyway, so it's not any skin off my teeth.
But yeah, it's the quietest time I have to myself and it makes it easier to record. But thank you.
Absolutely, and I completely understand your methodology and the time you record and all that stuff.
All right. So since I am a Pokemon only channel, what is your favorite Pokemon and favorite generation?
See, that's a hard one because I started with Gen 1 and I have a lot of fond memories of that, but I'm not a Gen 1er because Gen 2 is my favorite region because I have a lot of more fond memories with Johto because I really knew Pokemon at the time and I was really or I was really excited to see all these new Pokemon like for the first time. Um, So that I have I have a really strong bond with that. Um, as far as favorite Pokemon, it's really hard to say because there's a lot out there that come to mind. I love Gourgeist. Um, as far as like mysticals go, I really love Victini. Um, my favorite starter is Cyndaquil, and the list really goes on. I can't really say one for sure, but there's a lot that are great in my eyes and a lot that are kind of flops.
And we'll be talking about one of those flops later this episode.
Yes, sir.
I really, like, I'm a big fan of Gourgeist and Pumpkaboo. Pumpkaboo is one of my favorite Pokemon of Gen 6. All the ghost types out of Gen 6 are perfect, almost.
I'd agree with you on that. Even Mega Gengar.
But yeah, Cyndaquil is definitely one of the best Fire-type starters. I'm not a Fire-type starter fan. Cyndaquil was the only one that was actually the first time I chose a Fire-type starter.
It was my first starter when I started up my silver version for the first time, so you know what they say about a trainer in his first Pokemon, so.
Exactly. So, moving on to the next subject, Sun and Moon. What are your thoughts and hopes for this new generation of Pokemon?
Well, like we were discussing before we recorded this, I was kind of on the fence because I wasn't sure if it was going to be on the underwhelming side like Pokemon X and Y were. And I only say that because of the amount of Pokemon and how lacking the post story was. But as time went on and more news was revealed, I was really gaining confidence about it. And now I think it does have the potential to be the best region that we've seen so far.
I agree. Like, I'm putting all my chips on this being the best Pokemon game ever made, and that's saying something.
Amen to that.
Do you have any hopes for it? Like, things you would like to see brought back to it, or any ideas you would like to see implemented into Sun and Moon?
After what was revealed today, I'm a little concerned that they're going to do away with the Mega Evolution in place of Z moves. So I really hope that doesn't happen, at least for the ones that are like existing currently, because honestly, my shiny Gengar isn't as cool as just a shiny Gengar. I want it to be Mega Shiny Gengar.
Right, because that's the only time there's a difference in shinies.
Yeah, and it's honestly one of the best shiny designs I've ever seen.
Yeah, the white ghost. That is really awesome.
Yeah, but that's a very, very selfish reason.
It's not a selfish reason. It's like there's a lot of like I agree with you. Like take Garchomp for example. His shiny is no different than his normal form at all. But when he Mega evolves, he turns into this bright neon pink Pokemon. I may not be a fan of that version of it, but at least it's different.
Absolutely.
Like I said this in my video going over Z moves and Megas. I don't think they will remove it because that's losing out in merchandising.
Oh, yeah. That's a good point, actually.
See, I may love Nintendo, but they are a business in the end, and the first thing businesses do is they want to make money.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And it's already evident because they've already announced there's a toy version of the Z Ring coming out with Pokemon Sun and Moon.
I saw that, and it's supposed to sync up with the game too.
Which I don't know how it's going to work. Is it going to be like a Bluetooth device, you think?
That seems a little complicated for the DS, but we'll really have to see. I'm still not even sure how the Pokemon Go Plus is supposed to work with that game.
I think that's going to work like it connects to your Pokebank maybe, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I know, but that's the only thing I can really relate it to at this point.
Right. Like, I may just get the Z-Ring just to see how it works, how it connects to it.
Right.
Lord knows I won't use it. It won't fit on my wrist. That thing's too tiny. Like, it's designed... Like, that's the thing. Like, Pokemon... I understand it's designed... It's a kid's game. But all the fans are the same fans from 20 years ago.
Case in point.
Exactly. Both of us. Like, everyone I know who plays Pokemon still they're around the same age as me.
I could certainly say the same.
I think it's only big with little kids in other countries, like in America and Japan, the main demographic for Pokemon are older kids into the adulthood.
Right.
Now that's why I'm hoping megas aren't gone, and like that's the only thing keeping my hope is this past 2, 3, 4 years of merchandising will be for nothing if they just take that away.
That's true. So I don't know if they would exactly do away with it for that reason, because there's no other mechanic that I can think uh, utilizes merchandising really. Um, but aside from the mega thing, I think um, I really hope that a lot of the GTS stuff would be coming back. The multiplayer aspects clearly are being improved upon, but I hope it's integrated via Wi-Fi in um, the same way as X and Y. I mean,
I actually never thought
honest,
about that about Pokemon like Wonder Trade. I never thought about that returning or not.
yeah, I really hope it does because I'm a huge fan of that concept and
So am I. I mean,
uh,
there was times where I would just get a whole box of something and just Wonder Trade it. It's like roulette. You never know what you're going to get.
exactly right. And so, but I think because of how successful that became and how much you see that on stuff like Twitch and on YouTube, I don't think they would really get rid of that. Aside from that, I really don't have any other big hopes because everything that's been revealed so far is living up to expectations.
Exactly. Like, the only thing I can hope for coming back is the Dexnav from Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. But I think that's already been confirmed
Oh
to be
yeah.
changed and incorporated into this new Pokedex with Rodham in it.
Oh, I didn't even hear about that. Ooh. Oh man.
It's a thing I just realized. People have forgotten about the Rodham Dex already. It's like one of those things that was like huge when it was first announced, and now it's gone.
It's funny you say that because I actually did think about that today. Like, they haven't said anything new about it.
Yeah, I've been meaning to mention that in a video, but like I was thinking about making a top 10 or top 5 video about forgotten features of Pokemon Sun and Moon already.
It would only be appropriate though.
Earlier in this video, we talked about questionable designs for Pokemon. And during the Gamescom live stream last Thursday, a new trailer was revealed and a new Pokemon was revealed, and it's sure is something. I'll have the trailer play now on screen and have the information of this Pokemon following it, but this is Turtonator? How would you say it?
The Turninator.
Yeah,
I'll be back.
that's the first thing that popped into my mind seeing this name. And like, I didn't even know it was supposed to be a turtle at first. I thought it was supposed to be like this weird volcano turret thing.
Yeah,
I have nothing to say about this Pokemon, really.
I definitely am digging the typing and the ability it has,
Oh yeah,
but
definitely.
it just seems like the design has way too much going on, and I'm not exactly sure how it'll translate into the actual game outside of what was revealed today, but we'll see.
It looks like Birdo.
It kind of does.
It's
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 funny.
it's Birdo. That's the first thing that popped into my mind seeing it, and I'm like, it's Birdo. I can't unsee it being a Birdo with. This is what happened when Birdo and Bowser had a love child.
I did see somewhere on Reddit that somebody was comparing it to Bowser, so that's a great. I can't get that image out of my head now.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Do you think this will evolve, or do you think it will have a previous evolution?
See, the thing about that is I thought Beware was it's like I was pretty sure that Beware was like a standalone Pokemon,
And we
but
find out it has a little form.
then we got the pre-evolution. So yeah, so I'm starting to think that this might be along those same lines, just because I think it looks like it could be its own thing doesn't mean it will be. Kind of like Barbaracle, I think basically should be its own thing because Binacle is awful.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Yeah, Binacle, the basic stage is trash, and not in a good way like Trubbish. It's just trash.
Good pun. I see what you did
Thank you, thank you.
there. But yeah, it's it's a blast turtle Pokemon. And what did you think of its signature move?
Yeah, I'm totally forgetting what it is. I was more or less just reading up on it, and I saw the ability, Shell Armor, and was like, yeah, good one. So
I think this Pokemon,
that's one that I'm familiar with. So
right. Like, I think this Pokemon might be good for competitive use because its signature move is basically a fire type counter. But it's
oh, okay.
like it's too early to say since this really was just revealed. It's hard to say if this is going to be a good Pokemon or not. It might just be a forgettable Pokemon like Druddigon.
Oh yeah, Druddigon. Right. See, it is forgettable.
Yep.
But
And see, this is the second dragon type revealed for this generation.
that and Falcor.
Yeah, Falcor. Yeah, you get it. Oh God, we're old.
Never ending story.
Yep.
You know?
We're old.
For anyone that was wondering, that was the answer.
Yes, it is. Oh, the little kids watching this don't even understand what we're talking about. It's a great movie that was made in the 80s, for those wondering.
That had terrible sequels.
Oh, God. Yeah. The third one, ugh. At least the second one was watchable.
Yeah. I don't remember them that well, so.
I only remember Falcor and those giant sphinxes that shot lasers out of the eyes. That's all I remember from them right now. But, like, this generation has been introducing so many interesting Pokemon that could be their own individual Pokemon, but they have other forms, like Mudsdale. I thought this was going to be a standalone Pokemon, then we got Mudbray.
I could see why you would think that would be a standalone. I didn't assume that, but now that you mention it, I definitely see it.
And there's still a lot more to be revealed for this generation, too. Like, there's the third main legendary Pokemon, Malshadow, that hasn't been revealed yet. The other three Island Guardian Pokemon haven't been revealed yet. The starters' evolutions are still a mystery. Rockruff's evolution, which we're supposed to be learning more about next month. Like, there's so much more to this generation. I think we just really scratched the surface.
Man, if that's the case, I can only imagine how immense this one's gonna be.
And that's not even considering the Alolan forms.
You know, that was actually a question I had in my mind. As much as I like the Alolan forms, does that mean I'm not going to be able to use a regular Vulpix or
No.
a regular Marowak?
No, you can. You just have to transfer them through Pokebank.
Oh, alright.
Like, if they're caught in Alola, they will become that form because that's their natural evolution in Alola. It's actual Darwinian evolution for once in Pokemon.
Alright, that makes total sense to me. That was just an insane drop and a complete left hook from Game Freak on that, honestly.
They know how to keep the hype going for this generation.
It's absolutely insane.
Well, we are nearing the end of the video, and as my guest, I want you to promote. Do you have anything you would like to promote for your own channels or your own Twitter or whatever?
Well, no. I don't have a podcast I want to talk about. I don't have a link. It's not facebook.com/meetingoftheminds39. Nope.
All links will be down in the description below.
Thank you.
No problem. Oh, and I forgot to mention this in the beginning of the video. I have a very special announcement, which I completely forgot about. I am beginning to grow more and more recently, and I'm pushing near 50 subscribers, which I know it might not sound like a lot, but to me it's a lot. And once I reach that big 50, I want to do something special for all you viewers. And this is probably going to sound silly, but once I reach 50, I want to do a Q&A for you guys so you all can learn a little about me. So help me reach that big 50. Help me reach the 50 subscribers. Share me with your friends. Share me with whoever you want. Show them what I am. And try to convince them to subscribe. I normally would never ask this. But since I'm so close to 50 and I really want to do a Q&A for you guys, I'll ask a little bit. But with all that said, like and share the video. It helps me grow, and I truly appreciate it. Follow me on Twitter for updates on anything and everything Pokemon, as well as to know when all my videos go live. Also, follow my friend Sir Lancealot for all his great content as well, and all his future content. And as always, this has been Black Phoenix.
And Sir Lancealot.
Thanks for watching, everyone.